It's a long way from my mom's basement. Is any of those places? Salt Lake City was like, whoa.
You didn't even know where it was.
I didn't even know. It's near a lake. The lake's salty. That's all I knew. That's all I had to go on. But Ajax was a very small place, and I remember when we started going on these tours, it happened so fast. We were all still living at home, and we would go on forever, like just forever, and we'd play like with like. I remember we were playing like we did that one thing with Tommy Lee, and we're like partying with Tommy Lee and all this crazy stuff, going to Europe, going to Japan, and then coming home to my room. My parents, we've always lived in the same house, same room. It was so small, that room, when I got, and now when I go back, I'm like, orange. Oh yeah, it was orange too. Anyway, but that's because I started doing, the psychedelic drugs when I was like,
12,
yeah.
12 and 13.
Anyway, yeah, so it's great to be able to do this, but it's so fucking weird. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, it's definitely a long way from my mom's basement.
And so was it, when you guys first got together, did you guys actually listen to a lot of the same musics, or was it like just a clash of mutual cultures coming together and then just mashing it out to what?
Not really, actually. Him and Derek started listening to bands like NoFX and Pennywise and all that stuff. Dave was listening to a lot of metal. I was in some grunge alternative rock band, and so we were all still hanging out. So I guess at the point when Dave joined the band and I joined the band, then they introduced us into that kind of world as well.
We've always made the music we want because early on we had label people who were really supportive of what we were doing, and the entire label was behind us, like from the top down, which was amazing. And that was sort of the early Fat Lip into the Dust Is Affected era. And everybody from the president of the label to like the internet guy were all behind it and like got it and loved like the funny ideas for the videos and all that shit. And like weird songs to go to radio. And then the new label came and they were like a little weird about everything, but we just did our own thing anyway.
Is that the word you use for it?
They're kind of
shitty.
Yeah, they were kind of shitty.
Yeah.
They, but they also
they didn't understand rock music.
Yeah, they were, but they also didn't care. So that also gave us freedom, because they didn't really care. They were like,
we don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
They're the type of label that they came along just thinking, if we record an album and put it out, it'll just sell. But that's not, you got to do a lot. The way we did it back when All Killer and Doesn't Affect came out, there was a lot of planning and what video stuff we're gonna do, and like you were talking about that VHS thing, that I think that was all like planned out, like,
but that was all stuff
of VHS.
But it's all stuff that those were our ideas. Like that video that you saw was the thing that actually got us signed, and we created that before to get attention from labels.
Well, I guess when we were 12 and 13, times have changed a lot with the internet, YouTube, Twitter, and all that stuff. So we didn't have any of that. But now that there is that kind of stuff, use it all. Use it a lot.
Well, one of the things that we did that like almost predates all the viral thing that's happening now, like OK Go, for example, is an example of a band like they came up with like a crazy video idea that you could do for $100, and it was so clever that everybody's talking about it. And we kind of did a similar thing with the EPK we did. We were like, we do crazy shit, let's videotape it, send that to the labels instead of a demo. Because you go to these record label guys back in the day, and they'd have just stacks and stacks of CDs. They always get CDs. Let's send them something different. And we sent them, because we sent a demo and didn't hear anything back, and then we sent that. And
with the same songs.
Yeah, within a month, like 15 major labels were flying to Toronto to come see us play. And so the advice I would give, and it's not easy advice, is try and think of something like outside the box that's creative, like don't do what everyone else is doing. You got to find that niche, or else it's just it's just as hard to just like fight your way through. Then you're just like another band. You're just every other band, and it's kind of impossible to do. I mean, you really have to find the luck. The other advice is just to do it. Don't do it to be rich or something. Do it because you enjoy it, you love it, and that's kind of what we've been doing. It's really fun.
And at the end of the day, I think it all comes down to like good songs. A band that has good songs.
In theory.
Yeah, in theory. I mean, that's all
how often they play it on the radio.
Someone likes it. No, radio doesn't really matter as much.
They don't as much anymore.
Radio, if you get played on the radio, it's almost like a bonus nowadays. Back when we were kind of coming up,
it's all radio.
If you didn't have radio play, then you're probably not going to do well. But now you can do.
Well, now you can do what like put a fucking video on YouTube, and if you do the right thing at the right time for for whatever reason, the song doesn't even have to be good. People will be like, "Wow, look at that video!"
And then stuck
20 million views. Whatever.
So, is there anything else you'd like to say? Anybody else you'd like to thank before we finish up?
No.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you guys for
Thank you guys.
No, thank you guys. Thank you guys for sitting down.